viewers, and welcome back. In the last episode, we did a sell-off. We messed with some things and fixed, hopefully, our cop puke and our back problem during Horde Night. We did a couple repairs. We got some lights set up in the base and a battery bank installed. I really want to take a look at what we can do to protect our fighting position from cop puke and potentially our blade trap so it actually stays functional. And I also have a couple other ideas of what I'd like to do in terms of maybe helping increase stability, because we looked in stability mode and there was some orange areas that don't make me too happy. I'm not necessarily worried the zombies are going to bring the base down, but I always prefer to be over prepared rather than behind the cue ball, especially since we are living in our horde base. I want to make sure everything's nice and tidy, and I want to keep this series going for a long time. So I'm just going to jump back into it. I'm going to start kind of looking at what we can do again to, number one, protect our fighting position and maybe make some other improvements. We only have one blade trap to our name, so I would prefer that the zombies don't break this one. All right, I mean, that's about as rudimentary as it gets. I had originally put some blocks here and then realized that I might need some more space for them to come running up. But that kind of keeps our blade trap block from the spit. It should just damage these. Should actually be able to reach that through here. So just like we can reach through and hit the blade trap, I can hit that as needed. Sure, it's going to take a significant amount of damage, but at least it won't be damaging our blade trap. So let me go ahead and get these blocks upgraded. All right. I guess I'm kind of happy with that. I just extended it down. I guess I missed that. I just added a little bit of a ramp shape here and added an extra column. Probably not necessary. It's just going to be something else I'm going to have to repair and dump resources into, because inevitably the zombies are going to hit it. However, the more structural integrity and stability we have, the better, right? So that should do with that. I think I'm gonna just increase these legs to steel. The rest of that can be concrete, since that's a lot simpler and less resource intensive to make. We know that it's going to take damage from cop puke, and it'll be easier and quicker to repair, and then we can save our steel for other more important things. So I'm going to head up to the roof and get those blocks. But we do still have a bunch of cobblestone railings up here. Have some more concrete. Let's go ahead and get these upgraded. All right, and just like that, we are done. Still have a little bit left to our name. So I'm kind of happy with that. Again, the only thing that I wasn't really happy with was the amount of stability that was right here was orange. I want to see if there's a way that I can use a ramp block and potentially connect off of that to this. Provide a little bit more stability. Try this. All right, just like that. Now, it's not going to turn that green because it's not in direct contact, but at least it's touching this and it's branching up. I like using these blocks to practice with, because then once I have the design down, now all I have to do is just implement the other ones, because I still have 24 of these left. So I'm just going to go ahead and start copying shapes and rotation, and I'm going to do this probably 3 wide, just so we're covering this whole area there. We probably could have done the same thing on the other side, and that would actually help block some of the puke, but whatever. All right, and so just like that, we have some more support here for our base. Let's go ahead and take a look at it in stability mode. We did this once before. I just want to see what it looks like now and what we've done with it. Okay, so before that was like a dark orange. Now it's not quite as orange, but you can see that it's connecting off this main structure. So that's all I wanted to look at. Looks better than it did. That's all I needed to know. All right. So again, I could have probably done the same thing on this side and also helped with the puke situation, but it's a little late. Now we've just got some crazy funky design going along with our floating center portion. Apparently I still have not fixed that yet. Somehow the zombies broke our light that was there. I'm guessing it was the cop puke coming in, because they also damaged my iron catwalk. doing the Intellect series, I got to incorporate a little bit of each of the traps in the base, and it was actually kind of nice the way I had it all set up. So we've got our fighting position a little bit more protected. It would be cool to have a hallway going all the way so nobody can see us coming from a distance to be puking at us to damage our stuff. However, that's just going to make this even more ridiculously resource intensive. So I don't know the right answer for more traps. I think the dart traps do a phenomenal job on their own. All right, so those are wired in, and then we go into the control panel here. The power duration. All right, so first of all, we want it to target strangers and zombies. There shouldn't be any strangers in our world. I want it to instantly start firing, and then I want it to shoot for 5 seconds. So that way, as soon as it sees zombies, it starts shooting. And I mean, with the only problem with that is it's going to see some of them on the ground, and that's kind of why I try and elevate them a little bit. But it'll see the zombies, and it'll shoot for 5 seconds until it sees another zombie. So as long as there's a constant stream of zombies coming, it'll keep shooting. But if the horde thins out, they're not making it up for whatever reason, they're falling off, I'm cutting them off at the pass, and there's no zombies for 5 seconds, it'll shut down until it sees them again. So that's usually how I like to run those. So we have that wired in, but then now we have to attach our dart trap switch to the motion sensor itself. So then now the generator sends power to the switch. When the switch is on, it sends power to the motion sensor. The motion sensor then sends power to the dart traps once those parameters have been met. I don't really know of a good location to run a wire trap. Running one going this direction is probably pointless unless we have turrets that are up top shooting them because they're just getting shocked for no reason. Running it this way would be good, but that'd be too long of a stretch. I would not be able to install anything that has a wire that runs the distance of that walkway so the dart traps can shoot them. I could potentially put one here, but then I would be at risk of getting myself zapped. So we could run it one side here to there, and then whoever's at the door would be getting zapped. That is a distinct possibility. We could also put a block here and put a robotic sledge on it so it can start thumping them. So I'm just trying to future-proof this thing, kind of set ourselves up for success a little bit. So just a little something like that. If I don't want to upgrade this or do anything with that until I know that I can put a wire trap on there, but if that's protected there, we could even just leave that open. I don't even need to put railing blocks there. And I can still reach through the scaffolding bars and place the wire trap on it. So let's set this up the same over here. All right, so now it looks like we might know what we're doing with this whole base design thing. Maybe, maybe not. Just to learn something new every day. I think it looks cool. We got a nice little fortress going. It is absolutely ridiculous in terms of resources. And to be honest, we probably need to be focusing on stone, since stone is basically the entire component of concrete. We crush it to make sand, we melt it to make cement powder, and just keep that cranking out so we can stay on top of this stuff and just do steel as we can. I don't know anything.
Break it, you buy it.
So if I break your jaw, I gotta buy it? That cement powder is pretty tempting. So he's got the electric timer relay, but he does not have a fence post, unfortunately.
Well, how about you browse your ass right out of my store?
Alright, I don't even remember. We can make fence posts, actually. We don't even need to buy them. I don't know why I didn't check this first. Let's go see if we can get a couple of those crafted. All right, and there's our fence post. Let's go ahead and attempt to get these placed down and see if it will actually let me do that or not. So if it says no, I'm curious if it's just, okay, fine. So that's irrelevant. So it is going to let us place it on there. So I want to go ahead and upgrade the blocks before I do that, simply because I don't want the upgrade process to make something glitch out and then the fence post falls through the world. All right, and there we go. Now we have some fortifications for our wires. Now we need to hook them up, and I need to make sure that I do it the right way. To this post. Now, this is the post that I'm going to have to repair. I chose this one because the only zombies that are going to see me are going to be running out through the field there, maybe back there, but if I do it here, any cops that are coming up are just going to be spamming me with puke while I'm trying to repair that. So having it on this one, I think, is probably the better option. I may end up putting a cap over the top. Probably unnecessary, but I didn't even have to leave the comfort of my base. That way there's no funky junk happening, no leapers get up there and jump on top of it and try and squeeze through this window. And I'm just constantly trying to come up with ideas and things that are going to help and make my life easier, better. Oops. And then, so the only other step now is to connect the generator to our electric wire switch. Here we go. Got space now for any SMG turrets we want to hook up. All right, so I know not super exciting, but I just want to stay on top of my base. So apparently I have neglected to upgrade this. There we go. Easy fix. So yeah, this monstrosity of a base is getting more monstrous by the second. Just need to keep cranking out steel and getting stone and staying on top of repairs and upgrades. So we've got a wire. The only thing, like I said, SMG turrets maybe posted up on the roof overlooking the walkway, which is going to kind of just double up with the dart traps. So I don't know. If we get to that point, it may end up not being overkill if these hordes keep getting more difficult. I think what I'm going to do, though, is I'm going to finish smashing out this wall. I'll save the zombies the trouble. Give myself some iron and throw that in the forge. All right, well, there goes all the iron wall and guardrail that's on this side. Let's check our water real quick. It's full, of course. Looks like we got some food that may be ready, too. So it just occurred to me that I don't think we've seen a single zombie this episode, and as I say that, I hear one stomping around. Anyway. Oh, it's a screamer, too. Looks like she's heading towards our base. That was probably enough for her to call in a horde. Ugly ass bitch, shut up. Get up here, I don't know what she's called in. It's not nighttime yet, so they're not going to be moving too fast. Oh, couple ferals. They're a little sprinty. Should be okay to fight them out here, I think. Worst case, we'll run away and get our base. Looks like all ferals. Except him. Odd man out. And this guy. Oh, okay, yeah, you should definitely show those stairs who's boss, my guy. Yep. So convenient, I say we haven't seen any zombies and a screamer walks out and calls plenty of zombies. Well, wouldn't be a 7 days to die video without zombies in it, right? We got some more pumpkins and corn. Get that stashed in our food box to eventually maybe use one day. I'm just going to leave that wall there around the base. Again, if the zombies want to destroy that, they can. This side's opened up. Probably will smash some of this too. I'm just curious that if they're getting distracted hitting this, if that's not there anymore, if they're going to start punching the base, I may end up needing to reinforce the legs with plates or something, but it's probably a problem for another day. Now, for now, it's time to go back to inefficiently harvesting iron. All right, and now this side is done and wide open. Again, inefficiently harvesting iron. Let's go ahead and put my coin and some sugar butts back in the bike. And let's get this stuff put away and see where we're standing. That tossed in the forge. All right, so like I said, it's nighttime. It's 11 p.m. and this one lantern is doing a pretty good job of lighting up our entire base. There is no real actual need for these light bulbs even. So we can figure out something to do with the battery bank and the solar panel if time comes we actually loot or get a solar cell as a reward. I don't know if that's a thing. Anything is possible, I suppose. So I'm pretty happy with the upgrades we made today. We didn't really get a whole lot done outside the base in terms of doing any missions or anything, but I think I've done quite a few missions. You guys probably have your fill of them already. I'm happy with this. I'm excited to try it out for the next horde. Again, they are only going to get tougher as we continue to level up and progress through the series. Need to get on top of some stone collecting and iron harvesting and smelting. Just keep the concrete and steel flowing. All right, so just cover that hole back up because I really don't want to drive into it. Got not quite a full stack of iron. We got some nice stone, diamond. Got a cloth out of a bag of trash and found a bird nest. A little bit of clay. And again, I made the dirt out of some of the clay to cover my hole. So let's go home and throw this stuff in the forge. All right, so we've got some stone being turned into sand. I split my stone stack in half. So we've got that going. I think we're okay on cement powder right now. It's going to be the sand and regular stone that's holding us up, so I just want some more stone on hand for that. Got all of our iron in here, smelting down so we can turn it into steel. All this food that we cooked previously is done, so we're going to get that stashed away. As you can see, our food box is pretty well stocked. Could probably even go ahead and make some more. Oh, we need animal fat. Damn it! It looks like we need some animal fat, and we can make some other recipes. They're figuring it out. Y'all are terrible at this. Wow. Wow. Too bad I can't play the Benny Hill theme song. Oh. Ouch. You guys are kidding me right now, right? Talking all that shit, I'm gonna open the hatch and go out there to fight him, and I'm gonna fall off. Y'all are killing me. Stop. Zombies and corner blocks, man. I don't know what it is. Alright. All are annoying. Come on, Mo. You can do it! Well, at least you believed. That's half the battle. Ouch. Wow. Did she die? Whoa, buddy. That was a bit dramatic. Okay, sure. You know, whatever. We did it. Said we didn't have zombies in this episode, and we had zombies, even despite all of my harvesting and building and crafting and ridiculosity that we've got going on here. So yeah, again, not a super duper eventful episode. Hopefully that's not too terrible for you all. Just got all of our resources cranking out here, and we're just essentially leveling up, killing time for the next horde. And yeah, maybe we'll do some missions in the next episode, since I'm sure you're dying to see me do that some more. Perhaps in the future we'll do another high tier job from Wrecked, but again, usually what I'll do is I'll set that up ahead of time so we'll have it ready to go, so when I start the next episode we'll be there. So maybe we can look at doing that in the next episode. I don't know what really other modifications, changes. I don't want to say upgrades because, I mean, obviously I'd want the whole base steel, but in terms of doing anything else to the base with the SMG turrets up top, that's about all I can think of. Kind of happy with this extra stability that we have going on. And yeah, that's about it. That's all I got. And that's all I have for this episode anyway, because it's 4 o'clock. So I've got to call it here. So if you have made it this far, I appreciate you watching. Please feel free to like, comment, subscribe, whatever you feel the need to do. As always, I'm open to constructive criticism or feedback. If there's anything I can do to make my videos better for you, please feel free to let me know. So with that, thanks for watching, and we'll catch you in the next episode.